Every day last Epoch just gets closer to dominating the world.
Hi, is this here with another video, and with last Epoch on the horizon, we're about to look and discuss and react to the trade and item faction for last Epoch
What is
developer overview.
It's
Last Epoch
nice.
is releasing the 21st of February, so it's creeping up really soon.
Holy shit.
It's a great game if you're not familiar with it.
Greetings, travelers. I'm Judd Kobler, founder of 11th Hour Games and game director for Last Epoch. Today, we will be discussing the highly anticipated item faction system coming to the full release of Last Epoch on
if they've
February
changed
21st.
a lot.
We're very excited to release this innovative new way for players to participate in the deep and rewarding item hunt that Last Epoch offers in the way that they like to play. By joining the Merchants Guild, you will be able to buy, sell, and
We already saw this. This is way more than initially expected, though.
trade items through the bustling Bazaar. Or,
Okay, so you actually have an auction house. Let me see if I
Yeah.
can get a visual on the auction house here. Okay. Okay, so you can just buy and sell things. Thank fucking God. Honestly, like,
Everything's for gold, by the way. And the funny part here is, honestly, these gold prices make absolutely no sense.
PoE is PoE, right? Like, I don't want to see PoE changed, but I like just having an auction house. It makes it a lot easier.
bustling Bazaar. Or,
That's true. The fact that you need to go to an external website to do trade in PoE is kind of a lot annoying.
if you choose to join the Circle of Fortune, you'll set your sights to the stars and be able to bolster your item acquisition through prophecies and increased item drop rates.
Hell yeah, you always go for the constellation that looks like big biddies. Smart.
This system is the result of many years of debating what the ideal trade system should look
That's a dude, that's the wrong choice.
like in a loot-based action RPG.
Yeah.
Tons of collaboration with our amazing community, and many sleepless nights of game design meetings with our game design
This
team.
seems like a good idea.
We found through extensive polling that players of action RPGs are split nearly down the middle when it comes to those who want their experience to heavily involve trade and an economy, and those who want to focus on finding items themselves or with close friends. We believe
I actually don't agree with that, because I think that almost every single casual player that isn't interfacing with like third-party places probably doesn't care about trading at all or is positive towards it. I think that the only people who's
What? You can't say in one sentence every casual player is completely dismissive of trade and then in the same breath say or is extremely happy about it. That literally leaves you in the middle, actually. And it makes no sense. Valuable input, 10 out of 10.
who trading negatively impacts their experience are the people that are on social media talking about it all the time. Because it would make sense that people that are looking to play the game more seriously would be doing that.
that through the item faction
Nah, that seems like a World of Warcraft GDKP thing.
Yeah, the
system
casuals aren't going to find the poll, and the casuals are what the auction house is for. Exactly.
will deliver a tailored and exciting path to hunt for top-tier items for both camps of players. In Last Epoch 1.0,
Wow.
you will join a faction once you
Oh,
reach
that's
the
so
great
polished.
mercantile city of Majelka. When you select to join the Merchants Guild or the Circle of
Yeah.
Fortune, a new interface will become available that will let you access details about your current status with your faction.
What the fuck?
I'm also not gonna lie, the Circle of Fortune seems just so much more powerful, honestly, from everything that I have seen in the Merchants Guild. I mean, the Merchants Guild does allow you to, find these super big items, so it probably is the end game for people who want to push their builds to the utmost maximum limit, obviously. But for a person who doesn't, the Circle of Fortune just seems by far the way to go.
Note reputation, how much favor you currently have, and what benefits your faction is currently providing you. Let's talk about these briefly.
So I guess maybe they have these, so one of them is the trade faction, and the other one is the solo self-found faction. I get it, because look at this. Exalted Affix Chance. Enemy Drop Chance. Yeah, look at this in Merchant's Guild. Trade set items. Trade exalted weapons. Oh, this is a great idea. This is awesome. Yeah, I remember hearing a little bit about this before. Yeah, I think this is a perfect idea. And also, like, here's another degree of insight that you might not notice here, is that in order to rank up and everything, in order to trade, you have to rank up. And so this doubles in function as also a preventative measure towards botting. Because now, like, you're not going to have bots trading
Hey, he watched my video. Steal it.
exalted weapons because you have to get to level 5. These guys are really smart.
Reputation within a faction is a core part of how
Especially as something that was coming so late, I did not think it would look this polished.
Yeah, this is really smart.
Like, because it's something they like kind of like decided so late. So basically, if you don't understand, the TLDR of this is that you can choose, and this isn't solo self-found, it's solo found. Like, you can choose, like, you can still play with other people, but you can't share the gear, or you can trade freely. It depends what you want to do. Because obviously trade is super OP, right? So you can play with other people and you're not able to trade with them. Or maybe you're able to trade with the people that are there when it drops.
Why would it be strange that this doesn't seem polished, though? Well, that this is polished. I kind of don't get that. I mean, only AAA companies nowadays may input something in the game in the last year and they say, oh, we didn't have a lot of time to polish it. And it looks like shit. Only AAA companies do that.
faction is going to
I think that's reasonable. I mean, like, people will always find ways to game the system. The only way that you can avoid having that is to make it to where you can't group with anybody. Because to the extent that you can group with another player, that other player can kill mobs for you, that other player can kill bosses for you. There's always going to be a way that you can do it. And fuck, even if you're playing solo, you can just pay somebody else to play your account. So again, the endless pursuit of integrity inside of a video game system is a waste of time.
I agree, dude. If someone, there's always gonna be a way to do this, okay? Other people joining, yeah, it's true. It's pointless even to try and prevent it, because honestly, if you're trying to prevent that, you're trying to play against not even 0.1% of the player base. You're trying to play against 0.00. I don't know how many zeros there are. You're essentially trying to implement a whole game system to play against maybe 2 guys who maybe will quit the game anyway after a month. So it's pointless to even try and do these things.
be benefiting you on your journey. As a representative of that faction,
Yeah, it's
you will
very
continue
hybrid
to
fun.
increase your reputation by killing enemies and completing quests. For the Merchant Guild, this includes participating in the Bazaar and completing trades at your current
Yeah, I'm
level.
gonna 100% play trade.
And for the Circle of
It's not even a
Fortune,
question.
this means completing prophecies that will divine certain items after fulfilling the foretold conditions.
Okay, so we have basically divination cards. Well, actually, these aren't divination cards. These are, prophecies. Oh, yeah,
These
they
are
used to
way
call
good,
these,
better.
call that this in PoE. Remember you would talk to Naval?
Wait, do prophecies not exist at all anymore? I haven't noticed because I never did prophecies. They were fucking annoying. Do they just not exist anymore in PoE? I don't remember seeing a prophecy gem for like years now. Have prophecies in PoE not existed literally for years and I have just not noticed because it was such a bad system? Well, it wasn't a bad system, it was just a super annoying system.
Ollie, and she would give you your prophecy, and then you would go do it? So they just literally took this from PoE.
Through earning reputation, you will ascend ranks within your faction, earning you unique
I mean, okay, let me be really clear here. The idea of giving a player a quest to do X and then you reward them with something is not prophecies, okay? That is literally just called a basic quest concept. They did not steal this from PoE. I don't even know who you're supposed to steal this, which was the first game that did quest rewards. I have no idea. D&D back in World War I times when people were bored, maybe? I don't think they're gonna complain about, stealing from them at this point,
Took this from PoE.
Through earning reputation, you will ascend ranks within your faction, earning you unique benefits and options.
Yeah, this is a
Once
good
you
idea.
have earned reputation
Yoink,
within
exactly.
a faction,
But I want them to steal things from PoE. PoE has a couple of good things in it. I want every game to steal everything from every other game because that's how you get good games.
that reputation stays with your account in that game mode. This means if you rank up a cycle character, all of your other cycle characters will have that rank when they join the same faction.
Wow, it took Blizzard 15 years to figure that out. Okay, so it's account-wide progression. That's great. Fuck yeah.
And
Yep.
contribute to that faction's
I really like
Yo,
the
reputation.
background
like
there.
how
That looks really cool.
insanely polished is this compared to like what it looked like when I first played it? Like when I first played it in 2018, oh my god, it was a steaming pile of garbage.
Well, I don't remember it being as
It wasn't a steaming pile of garbage, but the graphics were bad. I love Last Epoch. It is by far the best game that exists. Like Path of Exile doesn't have even. Dude, Path of Exile can't even hold a torch to this bad boy right here. Diablo literally doesn't exist when put next to this bad boy, okay? You can make so many builds, it's so better. It's just beautiful, okay? It is just absolutely beautiful. The absolute amount of uniqueness and customization you can do in this game is off the wall, okay? And the mapping, best mapping I have seen. It's no fuss, no problems, very interesting, you can push. The mapping is just absolutely perfect. The advanced systems, dude, this game has classes, okay? Path of Exile doesn't have classes. And I get some Path of Exile noobs who get really upset when I say Path of Exile has classes. No, it doesn't. Path of Exile doesn't have a single class or subclass in the game, okay? Every person who plays Path of Exile in above a beginner level is not thinking, oh, I'm gonna make a ranger and make a bow build. No, they're thinking which gem they're gonna play, and then they're picking the class with most multipliers for that gem. That's how Path of Exile is played. This, though, beautiful. Oh man, the uniqueness, the flavor of the classes is just absolutely sublime. And I said this before. Yeah, the game does not look that good. And that's one of the things that I always say about games, because there's no such thing as a game that has survived where you look at your character move, attack, or, just in general, and you don't like it. People leave those games. Subconsciously, you're just gonna stop playing the game because it looks ass. Previously, Last Epoch, well, it didn't look that great, but it's getting there. It's actually getting better and better and better and better, and the beginner experience has been updated tremendously, which was also... Those were literally two of my biggest concerns and minuses about the game, and they have changed them. Like, you get your Ascendancy class. How fast do you even get it now? I forgot. I'm currently not playing any hack and slash. Is it like 1 hour in and you get your Ascendancy class now? That's crazy good. And again, Ascendancy classes are crazy unique. Every class is just different and feels unique. It's beautiful.
a steaming pile of garbage. I remember Quinn played this whenever it first came out, and it just looked like it looked
bad,
like a
yeah.
worse version of PoE in Lost Ark. That's nuts,
that
man.
faction's reputation.
Yeah, but there's again, there's actually still a lot they need to do to make the game look better. And when this looks better, because again, keep in mind, the number one thing that prevents people from playing any game is just being not okay with the look and feel of the game. And well, again, Last Epoch still has things to work around there, but when they do it, it's going to be amazing, because no other game comes even close to the amount of stuff and ways you can make your character and you can play the game as this. It's just not even close, okay? Every single class and gem and support gem combined have absolutely not even a chance to beat the uniqueness of a single skill of any class in this game, how much you can do customization to it. It's not even close. The whole PoE is less customizable than a single one skill of Last Epoch. It is not even close.
Gain. You may switch factions and earn and maintain reputation with them with no penalty to your earned reputation with the other.
Wow.
There are currently 10 ranks to achieve in each faction, with the later ranks requiring quite a bit of commitment in order to obtain.
Holy shit.
While you have
Makes
the freedom
sense.
to change your faction at any time,
Yeah.
you will want to pick a faction and stick with it to reach the most powerful
Like
benefits that
invest
they
into
have
it,
to
yeah.
offer. It is important to note that you can only be a member of one faction at any given time per character,
Okay.
and items earned with the benefits from those factions will require that you are aligned with them in order to use them. So most
That's how they handle it. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking in my
That's, by the way, a super good way to do it.
mind, like, oh, okay, well, what if you just join the trade faction and you get all the good gear and then you just go over to the other faction? But then, yeah. So then it's all like watermarked with like it being from trade or being an outcome from playing on, what do you call it? On solo self-found. Oh, this is a really good idea.
players will want to stick to a faction that rewards their preferred playstyle. Next, let's talk about favor. Favor is the currency
reputation,
you will
right?
earn while slaying enemies or completing quests for each of the factions.
Yeah, I didn't expect this, that it's actually a currency you use. It's not just the way you rank up, it's the currency you use to do things. Crazy.
Favor is separate from reputation. This currency can be used to either complete trades with the Merchants Guild,
I see. So to avoid bots.
Yep.
So favor is like Fions in Lost Ark, but they're earned through gameplay. I think that's what they're trying to do.
or acquire new prophecies from the Circle of Fortune. And if you find yourself with excess favor, you can
Gamble.
always spin the wheel with the Faction Gambler.
Yeah.
Item gifting to party members has been in the game
Oh, so they have it like Gwenin in fucking in PoE with Expedition. Oh wow. Holy shit. And you also had this with Diablo 2 as well.
for a while now, and it isn't going anywhere. However, it's important to note that once you have joined a faction, items will start being tagged with the faction you were part of when
Yeah.
they dropped. This means that while questing, if you are a member of the Merchants Guild, and an item drops for you,
Right.
that item will still be shareable with anyone who is in the party, like always. And
Honestly, like obviously I need to try it, but it looks like the single best trading system ever.
It's like
Of course, the single best game ever is gonna have the single best trading system ever. It just makes sense.
this is one of those situations where as soon as you hear it, it's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, why hasn't it always been like this? Yeah, of course this makes sense.
It looks like the single best
Yeah,
trading
obviously.
system. It's so smart to tag the items.
PoE2
and
copy
be
this?
available
Maybe,
to be
I don't know.
sold, provided that you meet the rank requirements in the
We'll see what
Merchants
they're
Guild
gonna do with
Bazaar.
trading.
Just be sure that the person you are trading it to also meets
Mm-hmm.
the same faction requirements. The last use
Wait, this but in PoE to make SSF a bit better? How would
How-
this work in SSF?
Yeah, how-
Do you think Last Epoch will increase on price after Steam on launch or stay the same? I don't know. I
Don't they stay the same? I'm not sure also.
don't think it'll go.
I don't think it's how much is it? It's like $20, right? No, it's like $40, right? Is Last Epoch $40?
I think it's not that high. It's probably 20 or 30.
I don't remember exactly. 35 is like $35. That's a totally reasonable price. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but like, if you can't pay $35 for a video game, you need to fucking get a job. You need to figure out your fucking money. Like, $35. This is a game you're probably gonna put 100 hours into. Come on.
Easily more.
Down.
case we wanted to solve for are
It's
friends
super
who
worth
choose
it.
to play together and just want their own little
$35.
trade group, which brings us to resonances, which are a new type of item that can be found when you are questing with your friends or party
Yeah, this thing seemed a bit strange, but, you know, it's a nice touch.
members. This item can be used to enable an item to be gifted specifically to the player that you have a resonance with, even if they weren't there when the item dropped. We know a lot of times players will play with their friends, and then later you'll be soloing a piece of content, and the perfect item drops for your buddy. Well,
Guy's playing a Rune Mage. Rune Mage is insane. Yo, Rune Mage is probably gonna be the most unique thing in, you know, this type of games for the next 20 years, okay? Oh, man. No, screw a single spell in this game being more unique than Path of Exile put together. just the passive effect of this class is more unique than all of the Diablo 4 plus Path of Exile plus Path of Exile 2 put together, okay?
Thanks to the new resonance system,
I want everybody to put me on your resonance, okay? So everybody needs to link to asmongold for your resonance. So if you have anything dropped that I can use, you'll be able to give it directly to me, guys. No, I think this is a great idea. I really love this. This is super smart. The guys that are
I actually wonder, can you do that? I really wonder, can you do that?
making this fucking geniuses.
you'll be able to give them that perfect item the next time you see them.
Naturally.
As those of you who love loot-based action RPGs know,
That's me.
trade and economy is a very complex and divisive issue to solve for when catering to a large player base and different playstyles.
It is.
While keeping the item acquisition hunt
And I think this is perfect. Like, I cannot think of a single thing that they can do better than this. Remember what I was telling you about how good game developers figure out solutions to games that you could never imagine? This is an example of that.
feeling great. We can't wait to get your feedback on the system that we've come up with alongside you, and we
This is
thank
so
you for
good.
all of your continued input and passion for helping make Last Epoch the next great action
Big,
RPG.
big.
There is so much more to explore with
I'm
the item
150% playing this on release. It's not even a question. You can take that to the fucking bank. I am 100% playing this on release. It's not even a question.
system.
Hopefully not with Rogue, though. Rogue is a little bit of a quiet taste in this game, so it is a little... It's kind of good, but it's kind of scuffed at the same time because it's kind of harder, per se. So, yeah. Rogue is... I would not suggest people play Rogue, but he's probably not playing Rogue, so it's fine.
Yep.
So check out the deeper dive we
going
have
all
on
in.
our forums, and we look forward
get
to
to
seeing
100.
you in Last Epoch, February 21st.
Wow.
February 21st, all right.
Wow. Absolutely insane.
You guys capping that after you just watched me roll the credits for not Monster Hunter, but the DLC of Monster Hunter as well? You guys
Yeah,
still
sure.
capping?
They've come such a long way, dude. That's so impressive. I can't wait
It's
to
incredible.
try it.
This is amazing.
I can't wait to try it.
Also, I think the story now makes more sense than a bag of dirt. I still don't know what's the story, because, cannot be asked. But, you know, I think the story also now is not just sporadic BS. Well, it's still sporadic BS, but, you know. Again, Diablo 4 doesn't have a story, no one cares. Path of Exile doesn't have a story, no one cares.
Fuck, this is good.
Are you playing in launch? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Trading with
everybody's gonna
gold
play launch.
seems kind of strange.
What does?
I think it's
It does seem kind of strange, actually. Again, when because well, they also add the currents, the favorite thing that you sell things for, because gold is, I mean, well, all of the prices are actually completely off here when we saw the trading thing opened, because the reality is that that's going to be in the millions. You're not buying an item for 75k, okay? In this game, it's going to be literally millions.
trading with gold seems kind of strange.
Trading with gold seems kind of strange. It sounds like someone's played PoE for the last 10 years. No, I think trading with gold makes a lot of sense. In, like, every other game besides PoE. And also, you're not just trading with
Oh, yeah, PoE doesn't have gold, so there you go.
gold.
I think it's a really good system. As long as there's enough gold sinks.
Everything you do is a gold sink, technically.
I'm very, very impressed.
You don't need gold sinks in a game that's seasonal. Because the game
Also, by the way, yeah, that's technically true.
will just reset itself. You need gold sinks in games that last more than like 2 years. Or in situations where there's like a massive injection to the economy
Expansion, essentially, he means.
by some sort of unintended design.
No, that's also expansions.
I think it's really good because now you have the option to like. Well, you will trade for items too.
Mhm.
You'll trade for items too, and there'll be other things to trade for. But yeah, 21st February. I'll definitely be.
I don't think, I do not think that trading for items is gonna work. that if you have a currency that actually can be used to buy items, not a lot of people are going to be willing to say, hey, let's trade item for item. Nah, that's not happening probably. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Amazing, dude. You gotta love Last Epoch. It is the best thing out there. Again, mark my words, it's gonna take over sooner or later. The graphics are gonna be good enough, okay? And that's it. Dunzo. It's gonna be amazing. Anyway, this was Quizzer Citizen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye bye.